3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally Friday and that means it's the weekend. But before we get into the weekend vibe, do stay tuned for this video clip. Heading over to our website for some news. Old Mutual announced the appointment of Toini Muteka as the new Human Capital Executive, effective from the 1st of December 2021. In her new role, she will direct and manage all human capital strategies and plans as a member of the Old Mutual Namibia executive team. She comes with a wealth of experience spanning over 15 years in the human capital management space, having worked at leading organizations MTC and Vivo Energy Namibia, where she served in the capacity of country human resources manager for over 7 years. Moreover, she serves as a non-executive director and deputy chairperson for MTC Limited. Academically, Toini holds a postgraduate in Business Management and Administration from the University of Stellenbosch Business School, a Bachelor of Technology in Human Resource Management, and a National Diploma in Human Resources Management from the Namibia University of Science and Technology. Additionally, she is pursuing a Master's in Business Management and Administration at the University of Stellenbosch Business School. She believes that with her eagerness and commitment to achieving success, as well as her leadership skills, talent, performance and discipline management, in addition to staff mentoring and coaching, they stand to benefit from her experience. The Miss Namibia national costume for the Miss Universe competition was revealed earlier this week on the local pageant's social media platforms. Chelsea Shikongu, who hails from Walfish Bay, will be competing with around 70 other contestants for the coveted Miss Universe title at the 70th Miss Universe taking place in Israel on the 12th of December. Shikongu's national costume, titled Child of the Salt and Soil, brings homage to her hometown. The harbour town is home to the largest solar sea salt company in sub-Saharan Africa. Her national costume is an ode to the beautiful hues of pink salt pans and their well-loved flamingos. The costume took 6 artisans over 150 hours to create. The designers are Snow White Project, Bettina Thomas, Anna Shilongu, Synergy, and Jolene Visser. Close to 1,100 cyclists are expected to participate in the Nedbank Desert Dash Ultra Mountain Bike Marathon over 393 kilometers from Windhoek to Swakopmund next Friday. But whether the numbers will be the same remains to be seen due to the Omicron variant doing the rounds. According to information, several riders from Britain have already withdrawn and participants from elsewhere in Europe can follow suit. Riders from 13 countries' starting points have already been reserved for the challenge. In addition to the host, Botswana, Britain, Germany, France, Italy, Canada, the Netherlands, Portugal, Russia, Serbia, South Africa, Sweden and the USA will be participating. How many of the 260 male and 25 female soloists will start at the Grove Mall is still unknown. However, hardy cyclists like Driekus Coetzee, Tristan de Lange, Kai Pratsen, Mark Pratsen and Connie Loser are among the top soloists. Paralympic cyclist Daniel Abram from the Netherlands is also in the capital to take part in the dash. Lo, quickly tell us, are you excited to come to Namibia?
I am very excited. I'm also a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie. They did us in with this coronavirus, so
Yeah.
we're gonna be taking all the precautions and making sure that we have an amazing time.
Great. Can you quickly run us through? Firstly, I want to know, is this the first time you're coming to Namibia?
It is, yes. It will be the first time that I'm traveling to Namibia.
And now you're only staying for a weekend. I would have loved if you could have stayed longer and just see what our country has to offer.
Absolutely. Well, if all goes well, I'll hopefully be back very soon. And they also jam-packed my schedule in these 3 days. So I think I'm going to be seeing a lot of Windhoek at least. I'll be
Yes,
back for the
great.
race.
Can you quickly tell us, what are you doing in Namibia?
So the main reason for coming through is obviously the Pride Week, to celebrate the Pride March with you, but it's also a human rights issue. I've been a member and a participant of Out and Proud Namibia for the past 2 years. And what we really want to do is to be a driving force within the community. And it's also the first time that a Mr. Gay World will be attending a Pride event in Namibia. And the main focus, of course, is not only Pride, but as a human rights activist to come to Namibia and share some insight of how we can work through these things to create a more equal and diverse society. I know there have been some landmark rulings based on equality, just in the case of Mercedes with the trans rights movement,
Yes.
Philip and then with the kids that we're trying to get citizenship for, and marriage equality. So there's all these poignant issues in Namibia that often get swept under the rug in international media. And we want to highlight that and say that every single human, whether you are gay or straight or part of the LGBT community at large, or if you are not, everyone deserves equal rights and everyone deserves equality within that country.
As Mr. Gay World, why is it so important to reach out in other countries?
I think the most important part of this is to realize that we are all in it together. It's the first time that this crown has seen African soil in the
Yes.
past decade. And Africa hasn't had a representative within the gay community for this past decade. So I think it becomes a vital part of an integrated society to speak out, not only from a South African standpoint, where we have had marriage equality since 2016, but also to then reach out to our fellow countries, especially on the African continent, to address issues that pertain to the LGBTIQA plus community, to ensure that we really are a driving force and not just a sash with a crown, but that we really make a change in our communities.
How did it feel when you were chosen as the winner, and knowing you're the first one to represent not only the world but especially Africa?
It was nerve-wracking, I won't lie. We were sitting there with bated breath. Obviously, this year, because of COVID, it was a virtual event. So I had friends and family gathered around that TV screen
Oh.
for the announcement. And it was a surreal moment. I think it took a couple of days before it sank in, when you go, okay, I actually have work to do. It's not just a celebration.
For tomorrow's event with the parade, who should join in the fun?
I think every person who supports love and equality needs to come and make their voices heard. This is not only a gay pride or LGBT pride, it is for everyone that is also an ally who is not part of the greater LGBT community, but wants to support equality and human rights and the freedom to love who you want. And I really want to invite all of you to come down in your numbers, show support, and just have an amazing time celebrating love.
I also spoke to Omar van Reenen earlier this week, and
Yeah,
and the whole idea is not to have these events only for the LGBTQ plus community. It is really
absolutely.
to include everyone.
Absolutely. And that's what this message is about, I think, at the end of the day, is to invite allies and people who support from outside of the community to become informed of what the LGBT plight is at the end of the day and why it is so important to have pride marches. So it's also an educational experience. So friends, families, all are welcome.
And it's amazing that you're forming part of this, because it's also the first time that Namibia is celebrating a Pride Week and not only having a Pride March. So I think we're making amazing strides in that regard, that there are businesses that is supporting these events, and I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I'm super excited, and a big shout out to all these businesses joining in. I think it's really, really cool. I think it is a step in the right direction for Namibia and a step to a brighter and more equal society.
Louw, thank you so much for your time. I will definitely see you tomorrow at the march, and I hope to meet you then face to face.
Absolutely. Come down and take a picture. We'll put it on social media. We'll have our masks on, and let's have an amazing time together.
Great. Thank you so much, Louw. Because it's weekend, today's life hack is to not save the good wine for a good day. On a good day, any wine will taste great, and on a bad day, any wine will taste better. Next up, Jeanette Diergaard for your Flex Minute.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Flex clip. I'm Jeanette Diergaard, your presenter for Flex. Now today we are stretching out our shoulders. If you have tension in your shoulders, if you have tension in your neck, we're just going to do some stretches that will help with that. So we're going to start off with some shoulder rolls. So I'm rotating it backwards. So you really want to feel it in your shoulder. You want to rotate it back. You can bend your arm while you do this. I mean, if you're standing, you can also always just have your arms down, and let's rotate to the side. So whatever works for you. So this one, you will really feel it in your shoulders. You'll feel it in your shoulder blades as well. There we go. Okay, so now we are gonna do some cross body arm swings. So you're gonna stretch it out by just swinging that arms, okay? So you really wanna hug yourself. So this one is like hug it out, okay? So stretch it out and bring it in, okay? Stretch it to the back and bring it in, okay? So what you can also do is, if you enjoy it at the back, you can have your arms at the back of you and just bring it up a bit and have a nice back stretch. Cool guys, that brings us to the end of this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Cross that river Jordan, yes I am. I'm gonna leave my heart wide open, yes I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is all from my side for this week. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I will be back on Monday, same place, same time. Goodbye.